Hello everyone, Space Oyster here, and welcome back to Golden Sun, the Lost Stage. In the last part, we crafted some new gear in Gollum and then explored the Teopo Swamp and got a bit more gear. Let me show that off to you actually. I think I got two of these clear bracelets, one for Jenna and one for Sheba. And then I also got the Astral Circlet, which raises PP. Sorry, I had to emphasize it like that. Anyway, our next destination is right over here. Okay, wait, is the world flat? Well, you know what? The part we're going to looks like it's on the edge of the map, so we'll find out soon enough. We're the flat earthers, right? Anyway, I will see you guys there. Alright, and here we are. And of course we get into an encounter right after we land. Anyway, there's a city here and an important location, and I think this is the literal edge of the world. The Flat Earthers were right. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, this is the Apogee Islands. That's another fun name to say. This is Apogee, the easternmost island in the Eastern Sea. Wherever you're from, you've come a long way. You must be here to see Gaia Falls. Why do I have moved there? I need mind read. Looking over Gaia Falls really makes you feel small and insignificant. Yeah, Gaia Falls must be the name of the thing. I don't know, we'll find out. I don't know what brings you to Apogee, but you'd better not be planning anything stupid. Apogee has so many nice sights. Gaia Falls to the east and Aqua Island to the south. Ooh. Wow, you look just like the guy who showed up in the fancy boat. He slept for a long time. He must have had a really long trip. I'm sure that boat is quite comfortable, but no matter how nice your boat is, you can't beat sleeping in a nice, dry bed on land. Wait. I was gonna say that might be Isaac, but Isaac and Felix look nothing alike. You guys aren't the warriors who came in that boat, are you? We just got here, so I don't know. It's not nice to tease an old lady. If that's not your boat, then how did you get here? Those guys on the other boat must have been pretty well off. I'm gonna try saying yes to her. A while ago, some others came in a boat much like yours. I'm sure back on the mainland that those boats are all very popular, aren't they? Ooh, I bet Isaac was here. We just missed him. Maybe, I don't know. It'd be nice if we could import some items that our visitors would like. No one ships to Garapaz, so I wonder if wares are scarce. On the other hand, I suppose some wares are unique to Garapaz. Wait, I already read her mind. What am I doing? What am I doing? Alright, you got anything neat? Let's see, a dragon axe. Ooh. Let's get that for Piers. And I think the angelic Ankh is new. Let's get that for Jenna. I like the music here. It's very tropical. Let's see. A great sword. How great! Puns. The lifeblood of society. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's keep that IXN mail, because I don't think I can afford anything else at the moment. I'm gonna give that to Piers. Yeah, the only thing Golden Sun's missing from its otherwise absolutely perfect shopping menus is the ability to change people's gear and trade items without having to leave that menu. Otherwise, it's absolutely perfect in every way, shape, and form. I've been watching a lot of animation stuffs, and I've been increasingly encouraged to try out new voices. Sadly, I think I've got the any unique voices I want to do for characters already down, and the one I kind of want to try is very insulting, so I don't want to do that for a character who's actually, you know, awesome sauce. Oh, it costs 3,600. Okay, we'll just buy a Night Shield then. And yeah, we'll just leave that for now. I guess we can come back here later to buy new things. It's not really all that important. Whatever you do, don't sail out to the eastern edge of the sea. That's where the world ends. No one knows where the falls go, but you won't come back. The currents near Apogee run swiftly because we're so near to Gaia Falls. Oh, aren't you afraid Apogee's gonna fall off then? Like, oh my goodness, how did this island even get here? That old Aqua Stone is supposed to be the key to getting onto Aqua Island. You unlock the Aqua Stone by making it damp, but splashing spring water on it won't work. Ooh. He's too old to try now, but my husband used to dream of scaling Aqua Rock. He always wanted to climb to the peak of the mountain on Aqua Island, but he spent all his time studying that Aqua Stone instead. I always wondered why. They're probably connected. Did I read the old guy's mind? I don't remember. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. On Aqua Island, you can see the Guardian Moai. Because of the Moai, no one can climb the craggy mountain. Why would anyone build a Guardian statue out on Aqua Island? What's to guard? Probably power. The huge waterfall at the edge of the world is known as Gaia Falls. All of the ocean's water is spilling over Gaia Falls. Where does it all go? And more importantly, what happens when all the water's gone over the edge? Or is there an infinite amount of water? Is it like one of those sinks where the water's just reshuffling? I think reshuffling's the right word. Have you any idea what it's like living on the edge of the world? One wrong step, and down you go. Well, at least Gaia Falls will put an end to a few silly arguments. After all, if it's got an edge and you can fall off of it, the world is clearly flat. Ha! Golden Sun predicted flat earthers. I think this came out in 2002, so about 15 years in advance. I'm sick of living on this boring island paradise. Does thinking that make me a bad person? Maybe they'll take me with them if I ask for a job. I can swab a mean deck. I'd love to go to the mainland. I want to go somewhere without any ocean. I wonder what it's like standing in the middle of a vast ocean of grass or sand. Well, the sand is usually uncomfortable, it's coarse and it gets everywhere. This little island must seem quite boring to you sophisticated mainlander types, but we have our share of hardships and trials. Whenever visitors come out, the islanders start to complain about their lives, but they don't realize that they live better here than they ever could in Oceania. I don't know, Oceania seems pretty awesome. I mean, it's got werewolves and a blacksmith. What more could you want? There's this guy in town who spends his time at the spring, staring at the Aqua Stone. I just wish he'd spend some time at home. I'm fed up with his nonsense. Ooh. Why does my father keep staring at that rock every day? I can't ever tell what kind of mood Mom and Dad are in. At least they're not fighting. No, but it sounds like your mom hates your dad. Or at least things are going rough. If there's nothing to do on Aqua Island, then what are those Moai guarding anyway? Aqua Rock must be the secret hidden on Aqua Island. One day, I'll have to scale its peak. Well, I said get it wet. Let's try douse. Ooh. What just happened? That rock couldn't have heard my wishes. That's impossible. It's got to be. Well, okay then. Maybe we should try putting some more of our wishes into the rock. I wonder if he thinks something new. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Down here, we got a lot of kids running around. I mean, if you're on an island, what else are you gonna do? I'm not allowed to go into the ocean. It's stupid that I'm not allowed to swim just because Dad doesn't know how. Someday, I'll show him. I'll show them all. Hey, mister, did you know that all the kids are calling you their hero? Wait, what did I do? Wow, he swam in the ocean and survived the currents, and he's looking at me. Wait, when did I go swimming? The currents around Apogee are just too strong to let children swim on their own. They're too strong for a lot of the adults, too. They can just wash a person away. Poor boy. His father sinks like a rock, and I know it's genetic, so he's not allowed to swim. I absolutely refuse to let my son swim in the ocean until he is an adult. I sink like a rock. It always embarrasses my son to see me try to swim. I'm afraid he's no better than I am, but he still wants to practice and get better. Well, if there's a safe place to let him practice swimming, then I guess let him do that. Do you think if you fall off Gaia Falls that you keep on falling forever and ever? I wonder where I'd be if I fell off Gaia Falls. I'd like to know, but I don't want to find out firsthand. Yeah, that's kind of the situation I'd be in. When they come of age, all the men of Apogee go to Aqua Island. Will I too? Aqua Island is supposed to be dangerous, but that's why I want to go. Yeah, I don't know. Golden Sun's world seems very weird since it's all flat and stuff. Ooh, there's a point we can use Lash. Oh my, and we can look over the edge. Oh, no. I am so afraid of heights. Hey, look, a Ginny. Sadly, we can't get the Ginny right now. We need a new Synergy. So we'll have to make a trip back here later. For now, though, we will... I want to check my Synergy points. We will rest up, and then we're going to head to Aqua Rock. Alright, well... Yeah, and then, lately, I've actually been enjoying a different, thing with Fire Emblem. Since I know how to hack it, I figured I would try doing something a little bit different. I decided to try, the randomizer again, but this time I just randomized the recruitment order. Basically, people are recruited randomly. So, like, the last character in the game could replace the first character in the game, so on and so forth. And then I altered the base stats of the new character to match the character they're replacing. I thought it would be interesting to try. But I'm also tempted to try it with just randomizing their classes. Different game, though. I'll do that with a different game. Because normally their base stats become very different, but if I alter their classes and then change their bases to what they are supposed to be, I'm effectively really am just changing their class. And I'll get an idea of how much stronger or weaker they become. It's a neat idea. I'll I'd probably have to share it around if I get it done. It takes a lot of work, though. Ooh. Alright, so this is Aqua Rock, and it is pretty similar to the other elemental rock we encountered, the Air's Rock. It's a very, very long dungeon that requires extensive use of a synergy. In this case, it'll be Piers's Douse. And a lot of the puzzles involve moving water. It's not as bad as Air's Rock because at this point in the game we have our full party and we've already experienced a dungeon like this. Really long, extensive synergy use. I do believe Piers will still have access to Douse if you give him the Venus Genie that you have, and he might have more synergy points. So if you want to make it easier to get around this place, you could always swap him into that class. But I don't think you need Douse nearly as much as you needed Whirlwind in Air's Rock, so it shouldn't be a problem. Oops, I'm used to having move there. Alright. I'm actually going to set move to the L button. Alright, now that we got it there, we're going to crawl climb over this way. Ah, I keep forgetting which button it's on. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm so hiccupy. Nah, that's probably just sitting weird. Alright, and that'll keep water from flowing down that way, and it'll be easier to get over there. In fact, it's the only way to get over there. That just has me curious. Oh, that's where it would lead. Never mind, never mind. I do not need to satiate my curiosity. Woo! Felix got a nut. Douse. Somehow this thing is now going to supply an infinite amount of water because we sprinkled a little bit on top. Very, very weird place. I do like the music here. It's very, very neat and calming and stuff. Also, I like the way Piers's axe looks. He just looks very neat with an axe. All of his equipment looks really good. Douse it! Ooh, it reversed the current. Awesome! It's just like the Mercury Lighthouse from the first game. No, they fell asleep. But that is a-okay. Piers and Sheba were here to clean up the slack. So I believe we go around this way. And I hope I'm right about that. Kind of. The other one has treasure. Yeah, the only problem with severely altering a Fire Emblem game like that is it requires a lot of work, a lot of resetting, and basically just opening and closing things so many times. It's a little rough. Might be better to just randomize classes and call it good. Maybe. But I also feel like I'm super smarticle being able to alter things in the game like that. Woo! Now we're over here. Yeah, I'm used to having, like, the move synergy permanently assigned to the R button. And then I usually don't talk to the villagers and townspeople that often, so I tend to leave whatever synergy is most useful on the L button for a specific area. But for this playthrough, I like to have mind read on the L button, and then useless synergies on the other button. But I've been needing to swap around a lot more, which I guess is kind of a good thing. The Lost Stage is really utilizing the field synergies, and unlike in a game like Pokemon, it doesn't feel like they're I don't know, doing something wrong. HMs in Pokemon are like the worst thing ever, and I hates them. Yeah, you'd have to, if you did give Piers the Venus Jenny, you'd have to change him back to his base class to use Frost here. It is mandatory. This chest isn't, but I'd recommend getting it anyway. Because, you know, getting chests is sexy. Man, that fairy's fast. Alrighty then, up here we go. So many enemies, so little time. You know what? I should have just had them all gang up on one of these things. Yay! Leveling up! So many level ups! Yeah, but this one has the Mist Saber, which is a short sword, so Felix, Jenna, or Piers could equip it. I'm just gonna leave it on Jenna. I believe the Angelic Anqua's, yeah, it's a downgrade for Sheba, so we're good! The only downside to getting the Mist Saber here in Aqua Rock is that, well, all of the enemies are water elemental, or most of them are anyway, so Jenna's not going to be doing that much more damage with her unleashes. But she did KO that one enemy in a single critical hit. Go Jenna! Alright. dousing time! Alright, and you jump in here. I was going to cut the I was going to cut off the episode right there, but I decided to just keep going. The Aqua Rock is actually going a lot faster than I assumed it would, so I figure, why not? Let's just keep the party going. Woo! Okay, and I already made a wrong turn. Anyway, you go around this way first, this way. I love how the platforms are all a little bit wet. But, like, I wouldn't love it if I was the one who had to cross them, but I do kind of like it as a sort of, like, aesthetic thing. If that makes any sort of sense. Well, I guess it doesn't have to make sense for my thing to be a thing that I said. Yay, level up! Woo! Alright. So we need to put that there. And then move it towards us. Cover that up. And then move it over. Woo! I love solving puzzles in Golden Sun. There's such creative use of that move synergy. So basic, and yet it's the most iconic aspect of this series, in my opinion. Some other people would probably disagree on that, say something else is more iconic for Golden Sun, but I'd argue it's move. Yeah, we needed Frost a lot more now that I think about it. I don't know, it's kind of tough to prepare for all these things in advance if you need like 3 to 4 synergies. You only have 2 buttons you can assign synergy things to. So lots of menu opening either way. Or no matter what I do. It's inconvenient. Also inconvenient is that they don't have the things on the ground that indicate you can move that pillar. Normally they put stuff on the ground, but that time they didn't. Very, very unusual. Woo! We're gonna kill the Virago! That's a fun name to say too. Just like Akafubu and Kibombo. Well, that's that room again. Curious about the rest of this room though. Let's try heading south. I used to get cardinal directions so easily mixed up, like the first time I played Link to the Past, I used a guide for it pretty much the whole time because I had no idea what I was doing. And they used the cardinal directions, north, south, east, and west, because you always had an aerial view of the game. So, you know, take the north exit always meant you go north. Now I'm curious. Oh, this led to a treasure chest. Okay, we're gonna have to turn around anyway. Ew, crystal powder. Alright, anyway. But as a kid, I had a lot of trouble with those cardinal directions. I always got east and west mixed up somehow. Maybe it was my dyslexia kicking in. Huh. Well, in any case, it was, I eventually got it down. I credit that guide for doing it, but it really wasn't just that. It was just finally just having the directions hammered home. I'm not very good at getting them in my local area. Like, I couldn't just orient myself based on where I am here, but at least I do know where, if you point out where one cardinal direction is, I could probably figure out the rest from there. Maybe. What's over there? I'll check left first. Okay, sorry, I keep thinking I'm hearing something, but I think it's just my ears lying to me. Okay, so I think we need to go this way first. I want to show off everything in Aqua Rock, but I don't know where everything is. Not off the top of my head, anyway. Maybe I should be using a guide, although that seems like it'd be a pretty boring Let's Play, watching someone go through the game while referencing a guide every step they go. It's part of the reason why I don't really want to do Shadow Heart's Covenant. Like, I kind of do want to, but I'm very worried about, wrong button. I'm very worried about trying to get through that game without a guide, because it's got a lot of stuff to it. And I don't really know what all that stuff is on my own. Oh, these things look tough. Let's take out that sea dragon first. Lizard Fighter! I think this is a recycled enemy from the Broken Seal, but I think they actually showed up a lot sooner in Broken Seal, too. It might have also been weaker, or maybe I'm just mixing things up. I don't know. Okay, this room is a very interesting puzzle. This is basically the tutorial puzzle. And you have exactly 2 things you need to do. Well, 3 things. First, you need to get those pillars lined up so that way the lines all intersect. I believe that's the right word. Then you douse this thing to increase the water level. And then you douse this thing to make a bridge. Ta-da! I definitely call that an example of good game design, because that puzzle was extremely easy, and then I think we encounter some tougher ones as we go forward. So, they teach you something, and then they expand upon it. It's the ideal thing you'd want to do in a Zelda game, at least, if, at least if game critics like Mark Brown and Joseph Anderson are completely right about the things. I don't know, I'm rambling. I do that a lot though, but I do want to fill the dead air. I believe the Miss Saber's Unleash effect, it has a chance to wrap the foe in delusion, so they won't be able to see, or they'll miss attacks more frequently. Oh wow, this is tough. I don't like this thing. I do not like it. Of course they have the enemy encounter right sky high, which was a weird movie and I didn't care for it that much. I mean, it was kind of okay, I guess. Speaking of Sky High, on My Hero Academia, one thing I really am enjoying about Midoriya's shoot style is basically how it places a strong emphasis on just how important a hero's costume and gear is to their ability to do hero work. Like, it's not something you really think about all that much on its own, but like Captain America, for example, he'd be a lot less effective without that shield. Or I guess better examples would be like how Black Panther's whole power set is basically his tech-powered suit and a little bit of mystic energy, although I honestly don't really notice too much of a difference between him without the heart-shaped herb than with it. The flower power seems very underwhelming. But I guess that's what you get when you have something explained as a basic fortifying ability. I guess that's it. Anyway, yeah, like a lot of superheroes are basically defined by their toolkit in conjunction with their powers, and it's not just what they can do on their own. Scarlet Witch would be another good example. Like, she's got a lot of martial arts and spy training, but she also has some neat gadgets, like James Bond or James Bond or Batman. Batman is probably the pinnacle of heroes defined by their toolkit. And I guess in another vein, Young Justice would be the reverse, showing that a hero isn't all that as effective if they're relying exclusively on their power set. Like Superboy in season 2 of Young Justice, he ends up they use him for the Worf effect, I guess, where to show how strong a person is, they have him beat up the strongest guy you know on the show. And Superboy gets that treatment a lot on Young Justice. So, but that's also might be a case of Superboy's pretty much exclusively using his power set rather than expanding upon his power set with some added tools, which is something he really should do, because he's supposed to be Superman's clone, but because he has non-Kryptonian DNA mixed in there, he doesn't have Superman's full power kit. So he really should be using some gadgets and other things to try and make up for it, because otherwise he's just super strength and nothing else. Like, Superman's basically God, so there's nothing he can't do without assistance, more or less. I don't know, I don't really... Well... in a lot of ways, I really didn't care for Superman being like the perfect Boy Scout and everything. It's a very weird thing to mention. I don't know. Superheroes are super weird. But that has probably more to do with comics being weird than the superheroes themselves. All these rooms are getting me very confused. I get lost in Aqua Rock so easily. Yeah, weirdly enough, I think maybe Ayers Rock is more confusing, but Ayers Rock also will put numbers on the door, so you would be able to tell where you're going. We don't have that here. What's down here? Huh. Okay. And then over here? Oh, I can't jump that far. Never mind, we are supposed to go this way. Woo! Alright, so here's a more advanced version of that puzzle. Take note of the pillars that are locked in place. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then we just need to make sure we get one that leads over there. So, let's get to solving. I guess a lot of, now that I think a little bit more about it, it seems like Marvel superheroes almost seem to be exclusively defined by their toolkit, because, like, Because, like, Iron Man is basically just the suit. Well, Captain America does have more super strength than Black Panther, at least it seems to. Then again, they were actually seem to be on equal terms throughout Civil War. I don't know, it's weird. But like Ant-Man shrinks with science. Thor, well, Thor had his hammer a lot, but I think he's strong without it. Well, there's the Hulk. Hulk doesn't really need a toolkit. I don't know if he'd even be able to use one. Yeah. Anyway, I liked that part in My Hero Academia to emphasize that a hero's power isn't the only thing that defines them. Well, unless they have to rely on it exclusively. But a lot of the characters start to excel more based on the improvements they make to their costumes and various tools that they add to it. And I liked that. I really do. This room looks weird. I think it's just decorative. And traversal. Traversing is good! Or Gouda. I don't know. Let's go with Gouda. I like cheese puns. Or any puns. I'm a punny guy. I really liked Bob's Burgers too, mostly because of the puns there. Oh no! A mimic! Whatever are we going to do? You know, besides murder it dead. Ooh, excuse me. At a point where Jenna's basic fume spell isn't doing enough damage, or any more damage than her basic attacks. We probably hit that point a long time ago and I just never noticed. I'm not very observant. Did you ever notice that Obama was black? I probably shouldn't bring up politics so much. But it is an interesting topic to talk about, and, you know, probably something we as a collective society should discuss more. Just people get so violent. It's, Lucky Pepper! That is being used on Felix. Ooh, what's it? What's over here? What's over here? Oh, it's just that. That was kind of dull. Alright, let's kill the sea dragon. Woo! Now we're gonna kill the Rock. Oh, not the Rock, the actor. Okay, he's kind of... Ooh, an Aquarius stone. Ooh, does that mean we're gonna be making all the Zodiac references? Capricorn! Sorry, I don't know what I'm going on about. And I should explore that room over there. My memory is telling me that there's nothing important in there, but sometimes my memory lies to me. It's very tricksy. So we're gonna explore over there real quick, too. Ooh, and this is probably going a lot longer than I thought it would. Oh, I know what's over here. Yeah, we don't need to explore over here just yet. What about up here? Yeah. Okay, no, we're good. that is a room for later. All these unleash effects. I feel kind of bad for Felix, though, since he doesn't have an unleash effect on his completely normal sword. Ooh, I just had an idea I can do, but that's for the editing process, and if I go with it, then you will already know exactly what it is. But I think I'm gonna try it. It might be really, really neat. Although saying it vaguely like that just makes it sound confusing. But at the same time, again, it would be stuff that you'd already see at this point in the recording. I don't know. Felix checked the tablet. It looks like there are strange characters carved on it. Wielder of water strength, lay your hands upon this stone. If thou art worthy, the power to drain away the standing water shall be yours. Water strength, huh? That sounds like my sort of thing, doesn't it? Piers tried to touch the stone slate. Piers learned Parch! What went wrong? What are we gonna do, Felix? Maybe our power is being tested. All right, and it is. Parch will dry up springs of standing water like that. It's very, very handy. Also, very, very weird, because Parch is used again in Dark Dawn, but they changed the name of it, and it actually ends up being a fire element synergy rather than a water element. Very super neat. One other thing that Dark Dawn actually did that I really enjoyed is that some of the utility synergies that you have to equip a thing to learn how to use, those synergies tend to have in-battle equivalents that are actually really powerful. Anyway, next we're grabbing this. A rusty-ish sword. We take that back to the blacksmith to get something. I'll just do that off screen. And then, finally, we can work our way around to stalling tactic. This room. I like to say a room with an accent. And you know, put the accent upon the wrong syllable. But yeah, there's a Ginny there, but we can't get to it without Parch. So, use Parch here. And that dries up all the water. Neat, right? Okay. Actually, I'll heal up when we get to the Ginny. You know, calling them Ginny like that just reminds me of Harry Potter and Ginny Weasley. Alright, yeah, make sure you save, because this guy's a fighter. And I forgot to heal. Hopefully we'll be fine. Okay, you're gonna do Ragnarok, you're gonna attack, you're gonna tornado, and you're gonna diamond dust. Ha! You couldn't get away. Nothing escapes Ragnarok. Remember this one character in a game, he had a really powerful, like, what's the right word for it? I guess Limit Break, or Mystic Art, and it was called Ragnarok, and it was awesome. And it tried to run away again, but we beat it. We beat it, like a redheaded stepchild. Let's see, that is the Mercury Jenny Steam. So Steam will increase all allies' elemental strength. Very handy, and I do not condone beating your redheaded stepchildren if you have them. I am also going to call that an episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.